Actually, I never research. I never really prepare for a role. I always kind of, of course, it depends. If I play a fireman, I would probably go to a place and learn how to do fireman stuff. But normally, I sort of listen into the script, talk to the directors, trying to figure out who the other actors are, how they do it, and sort of feel my way through it. I'm kind of a very intuitive person, and I think I use whatever I use as a human being. I also use when I do the different characters I do. Um, I believe in that, believing in my intuition and kind of make it bigger, or I don't know. It's the way to do it. Because if I prepare too much, I would be like, feel like I was a reporter or a journalist, and I think everybody has all the emotions in the world, so I can find that very easily in me. And for this story, specifically this story, it was very easy because it's about saying goodbye to your mom. So, everybody has to do that at one point, or has, have done it at one point. I wouldn't say that directing influenced my work of acting. I would rather say that the acting influenced my directing. For me, it's kind of an extension of my work as an actress, and if I had only been a director, or if I had been chosen to be a director, I probably would have tried to act in front of the camera too. I think if I could and I had the technical ability, I would probably also edit my own film. And if I was Charlie Chaplin, I'll probably write my own music, and because it's all within me in kind of a way, and it's like a painter or something. Like when I direct a film, it's something that really comes from inside me, and then I absolutely know how I want it. And not that I'm saying too much, but I have this kind of picture in mind that I want to do. There's so many kind of different directors in the world, and some of them do action movies, or are really good at 3D. Or for me, it's more about kind of telling a normal story with sort of kind of an abstraction to it. Like my favorite director, maybe from modern times, is Paul Thomas Anderson, and you could say that he does like straight stories, but in a really weird way. It's always a little bended and stuff. So that's how and I think that I have kind of a advantage there because I've been in front of the camera for so many years. So I'm not afraid of the camera. I'm not afraid of the crew. I'm not alienated or anything. I can really use what I've learned in front of the camera. Oh, it certainly depends. Some festivals, they line up like press conferences. It depends on how many people we are there. I won the San Sebastian lead actress this year for this movie, Silent Heart, and that was a lot of work because you had to do a lot of interviews and stuff. But normally, I just really enjoy coming. At one point, when I was doing a lot of dogma film in the 90s, we were running around on festivals all the time. I kind of pick them now because you can actually go to festivals all the year round and you'll be exhausted because you drink so much and you party and you talk so much about yourself. So at one point you get too tired. But so I chose this one and I went to San Sebastian, and I kind of choose what I want to go to now, or else I'll die. But I love film festivals and I really support them, and especially if they have a week festival, they really need something, then I'd love to go there. I've been in a couple of juries, I think 3 juries in film festivals before. I'm a film buff, I watched movies since I was 8 years old. Like I went to the cinema and watched movies like maybe 4 times a week alone. Movies that I wasn't allowed to see, but I was so tall, so I could just go in. And so movies, films, it's like a part of me, and that's why I love film festivals. Be true to yourself and your originality, and don't try to be like someone else. It's okay to quote and look at somebody you admire and be inspired. But the best movies, I think, that comes out of the young people right now are the young people who really invent their own stories, and it can be the same stories that's been told 100 times, but because it's your generation doing it, it's different, and that's what it's interesting about young filmmakers. For me, that's important, and learn to know the difference between television stories and movies, because television is one long real. I mean, television is so different. I love that television has changed so much, but in my time, television was like the evil and the good one and da. But I mean, really, what you can do in movies that maybe is harder on television, especially German television, is you can take the abstraction. You can form it a little bit more. You can morph it into something that is more weird or funny or scary, and do it in some kind of a concentrated way. You should enjoy that. Unless you just want to be, a mainstream commercial film director, then it's different. Then you should just learn your skills. But that I would tell everybody: learn your skills. Be really, 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 really good, and take responsibility for yourself. Don't blame the others. If the sound guy is standing there and is getting frustrated, and you're the sound guy, you don't say it's his fault. You say, okay, I'll fix it. It's a very motherly advice.